What's up, y'all? It's your girl Quenisha, aka Make You Pretty, and it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Yep, an eyebrow tutorial. So here you go. Okay, guys, so this is the e.l.f. product. This is the liner brow cream, and you can get this from Walmart, Target, basically anywhere that carries e.l.f. products. E.l.f. products are they're really good products, and they're inexpensive, and like I said, you can get them anywhere. Also, another e.l.f. product, again, Walmart, Target. This product I like, though, because this brush comes with the bristle brush for the eyebrows, as well as the angled brush for the eyebrows too. So that's why I like this brush. Again, inexpensive, like $6. Okay, guys, so first we're just going to kind of take the brush that we have with the angled portion and the brush portion. We're going to take the brush portion and we're just going to brush up those brows. We're going to brush them up so we can see that bottom lining of the eyebrow, so that we can just trace that. We're just going to kind of outline the bottom portion of the eyebrow, and then we're going to outline the top portion. So you're just going to form the brow. So you're just going to take a little bit of the eyebrow cream. A little bit goes a long way, so you won't need much. And you're just going to outline the bottom portion of the eyebrow. Sorry, guys, drew a blank. You're just going to outline the bottom portion of your eyebrow, and you're just outlining what is already there. So just follow your arch, your natural arch, and just outline it. And you might go back in and, grab just a little bit more. But, I mean, it's just to kind of bolden where the bottom part of your brow starts. And then you're going to use whatever's already on your brush and from that bottom line and just kind of pull it up and kind of fill it in a little bit. You don't need much because you don't want it to be too thick and too bold. You just need it to be natural and naturally filled in. This already, to me, is already too dark. I didn't mean to get this dark color. It was the last one at Target, and instead of waiting, I just grabbed it anyway. But we're just gonna have to run with it for now. Sorry, guys, if you hear me in the background. But yeah, now right here, I'm just filling it in. I know it looks a little messy, but don't worry, we'll clean it up. And now we're just going to take that bristled portion of it, and we're going to comb it all up, comb it all together, and then just fill it in a little bit more. And when you're filling it in, you don't want to do it too much because you don't want it to be too dark, but it all kind of just depends. And now we're just going to brush down the hairs so we can see that natural arch line at the top. And we're going to do the same thing that we did at the bottom. We're just going to fill it in.
Might be too dark, y'all.
Fill it right on in, right at the top. And just follow the arch and fill it in, just like that. So what we did at the bottom, we're going to do at the top. I know it's a little messy right now, but don't worry. Concealer will clean it up. And then we're just going to brush it on up. Brush it right on up. Fill it in. See how it's coming together? It's a tad dark, and that line does not look good. But don't worry, we're going to clean it up, y'all. And just fill it in. Fill it in. Yeah, this is way too dark. Yikes. I know you guys are looking at it and it's like you comb the brows down and you said you're going to just kind of outline what was already there. I went a tad bit higher because once I brush up my brows aren't freshly done here. So once I brush them up, my hairs are gonna go up that high. So that's why they're thicker and the lines a tad bit higher than what I brushed them down with. But that's because, like I said, my eyes aren't done. And your eyes being done makes a big difference. Your eyes, sorry y'all. Your eyebrows being freshly done and cut and waxed and all that makes a big difference on how it's applied and how crisp it'll be. So I usually like to start with the brows when I'm doing a full face, just because if you pay attention around the brows, it gets really messy sometimes. And when you're done with the brows, you use, when you're starting to clean up the brows, you use concealer, which cleans it up. And then you put on the foundation, which really cleans it up so you won't have to see all the mess. Now here is the concealer. This is a concealer from MAC, and I typically don't use a lot of MAC products just because they're kind of pricey, but they're really good. And I use the MAC product concealer because it gets so close to my natural skin color, and it works really good. And you only need a little bit goes a long way. And even though that little bottle is $18, trust me, it lasts a long time. So that's why I like it. Now here I'm going to just use like a flat brush. You can use this for like eyeshadow, but I use it for the concealer just to kind of line it up. So with this concealer, I'm just going to dab a little bit, and I'm going to apply it to the bottom portion of my eyebrow. And I'm just going to line it up just to clean it up and make it look sharp. Like I said, a little goes a long way, so you don't need a lot. And you're just going to put it underneath it, line it up, and yeah. And just try to get it as crisp and as close to the brow line as possible, just so it can come out as clean as you may want it. Okay, so now we're going to take this brush. I forget what this brush is called, but you just really need a brush so you can not smudge the concealer down with the other brush. So you just need any type of different small brush but thick brush just to kind of drag down the concealer. And it's okay if you're pulling it down to the eyelid, because when you do your natural face or your face, you already have concealer there, and putting concealer on your eyelid before you do the eyeshadow makes the eyeshadow pop. So it all kind of works in its favor. But I just pulled down and blended in the concealer down onto my eyelid, and it's cleaning it up pretty nice. And we're gonna do the same thing with the top. Go ahead and outline it where you want it to be outlined, and then you're gonna use that second brush just to kind of pull up that concealer, just so we can clean it up, make it look nice and sharp. I'm using a little extra just because, I mean, these brows are thick and dark, honey. I should have just waited, but hey. So yeah, here with that second brush, I'm just pulling up that concealer just to kind of clean it up. And as you can see, like, even though I kind of made a mess and it was messy, the concealer cleans it up and makes it as sharp as you want it to be. Concealer works wonders. And there you have a brow. All you gotta do is just clean it up how you want to, and there's your brow, guys. It's really dark. And I'm just cleaning it up. Just trying to make it look as natural as I can. Which is really hard, seeing that this brow is really dark. Sorry, y'all. I just could not wait. Okay, so here, guys, I'm just cleaning it up, making it a little more sharp than It already was. I just like to be a little perfectionist when it comes to the brows, because the brows is a big thing. It's kind of like when you get them freshly waxed. You know how you love when it's freshly waxed. It makes your face look so much different. It's wonders. So I'm just cleaning it up right here. One key thing that you need to know about the brows is they are sisters and not twins. This brow is not gonna look exactly like the next brow. Hell, it almost won't even look the same, but it'll still look good. But that's one thing you got to know about brows. Doing brows is they are sisters and not twins. But here you go. Here's your brow. A little dark, but looks pretty good. As you can see, this brow isn't the best brow, because again, like I said, my brows are not freshly done, but it's pretty good. So, yeah. Now here, guys, it'll be the same thing. So I'm just gonna kind of speed through this, but it'll basically just be the same thing. So let's just get to it. Sorry, y'all. It's my jam.
beautiful. It's the most important time in your world. Everything has been leading up to this moment. No one understands this more than Mercy Medical Group. Our OBGYNs are here to support you, from preconception to delivery and beyond. To learn more about how we can be there for you, visit mymercymedicalgroup.org. Mercy Medical Group is a service of Dignity Health Medical Foundation. If you're like me, you hate missing a good deal. I used to spend so much time looking for coupons online. It took a lot of effort. Then I installed the new Retail Me Not Genie browser extension. Genie does all the work for me, finding deals at stores like Macy's and hundreds of others, then applying them at checkout like magic. To start saving the easy way, visit retailmenot.com/Genie and install the free Genie extension today.
So here I'm just using the brown brush that we pulled down the concealer with, and I'm just kind of rubbing it over the brows just to kind of lighten them up a little bit. So the little concealer that's left over on the brush, I just use it and brush the brows so it lightens it up just a little bit, just so they can look a little more natural, because they're way too dark, y'all. And as you can tell just by me looking at it here, they're not the same. One is thicker than the other, but my natural brows, one is thicker than the other, has more hair than the other. So, and there you have it. That is your brow tutorial. I know it wasn't as clear as you may have wanted it to be. Excuse them. They are darker than they're supposed to be. And one is probably, thicker than the other, or one is probably have a more of an arch than the other, or it's always something gonna be different, because eyebrows are twins. No. Scratch that. Bloop, rewind. Eyebrows are sisters and not twins. They are sisters. They favor each other, but they will never, and I mean almost never, look exactly alike. So remember, you can try, you can be doing it all day, but they will never look exactly the same. You can get them pretty close and they can look like boom, bam, pow, but they will never be the same. So this was your eyebrow tutorial, and I hope you liked it. So if you did like it, thumbs up. Definitely go down there and hit the subscribe button and comment if you didn't like it, or if there was something different that I could have done, been more specific, all of that, whatever that is. So thanks for watching, and check you later. And comment below if you'd like to see this look with these brows.